Welcome to Education in Isolation. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Well, here we are, Marco, my art director, and myself, on this flight, on the way to Germany, Düsseldorf. So stay posted and I'll show you our journey as we head into the show arena in Düsseldorf. So here's our first view of the auditorium. This is the main stage. It seats roughly about 2,000 people, sort of seated and standing. It's a huge space with a beautiful white stage, which is going to frame the show beautifully. Now, the next video, you're going to hear some noise in the video. This noise is actually the rehearsals, the rehearsing out on the main stage. So we're behind the stage, and that big banging and noise you can hear in the next video is very much part of the rehearsals that are happening literally very close to us. Hi everyone, so we have arrived at the venue. Putting a show together often means getting your team. Here we go, we've got Stacey in the background, we've got Marco, hi Marco. Hello. And I've got Sue over here, hi Sue. Hi. So we're all here to start preparing for the show. Now, when you turn up to do a show, the first thing you have to do is organize your space. So what we're doing at the moment is we're just trying to organize our space that works for us. Now, often, you know, when you turn up at these things, they give you a room, they give you whatever, but it's about making that fit for you and fit for purpose. So first job of the day is to start organizing our space and how we want that to work. So there is no show without models, and here we are with all of the models. Now the models themselves have been cast online. We chose our girls out, but with COVID, of course, the complications of COVID, all of a sudden we had models dropping out. So the last week or two we've had models dropping out. We even had a model drop out the night before we started working on the show. Now at this point we're looking at the girls, now that we've got our full complement of girls. Stacey, my choreographer there with the hat on, with the blonde hair, gorgeous Stacey, is now figuring out sort of the model placement, the height placement, and how the girls will work together. Marco over the far side there is my artistic director, and he'll be working with getting the right gowns for the girls and dressing the girls and making sure they look great. At the moment, here I am choosing the hair. Now, as I'm going, I try and figure out what order I want the hairstyles to be in, which hair is best suited for each of those hairstyles, and so which is the order the girls go in, and then how do the girls complement each other by their look, by their hair type, and also by their height. So there's a lot to look at when you're starting to put something together, and as you can see now, I start separating them out so that we've got a good idea of how it's going to work. Marco now starts getting all the clothes. So he's getting the girls to hold the clothes to make sure that the colours suit the hair colour and of course the skin complexion. So much to think about. So when I'm putting a show together, it's really super important to make sure that you set everything up that you need. So our room is set up, all the costumes are set up. If I walk you over here, so the costume area is over here. So the models will get dressed over here. It's really important when you're working that you don't work on top of yourself. So everybody's sort of trying to vie for space. Now, we're very lucky because we've got a nice spacious dressing room, but often we can have a much smaller space. So over there's clothes, over here is makeup. Renata's setting up her makeup area. So she's got her ring light and all her bits and pieces. And come and have a look at my setup. So my setup is very simple. As you all know, I deal with long hair, so I haven't got colouring and lots of cutting and things like that to do. So my setup are my hot rollers, because this is nice and quick for me. This is nice and easy for me to get everything ready. I have my products ready. I always have a double or a triple up of products just in case, and this can happen sometimes, a hairspray doesn't work or a product pump doesn't work. So it's really important to plan for the eventuality of something going wrong. So I've got everything that I need there. Over here I've got all my pins, my hair grips, my accessories, section clips, hair ties, everything I need. And also too, if I get my my little book out, I also have my book which gives me all the hairstyles that I'm going to be doing today, and I can keep a record of what I've done, because we've got 2 shows. So we've got another show tomorrow, and it just means that I can sketch out the hairstyles. There are the hairstyles there. I can sketch the hairstyles out that I'm going to do on each girl, and that makes it nice and logical for me to work. So even though we are incredibly creative, we have to be incredibly logical. And I think it's really important when you're putting on a presentation, no matter how big or how small, you attack it with a sense of logic. What needs to be done? Now, our show today is at 4 o'clock, so it's a later show, but we've got our models coming in at different times from 10 o'clock onwards. Now, that's early, I know, but we don't want any stress. My makeup artist has 8 models to do. Renata's got 8 models, and it's really important that she's not really pushed for time so that she can do everything that she wants to do. We'll work through that whole, and she's bought a whole lot of chocolate.
Yes. Energy and good mood.
And good mood, energy and good mood. So that's always good. So that's my setup, and I'm going to do some filming as I'm preparing here so you can have a look to see what I'm doing. Okay, so guys, here we are. We're in the rehearsal area. So when putting a show together, it takes a lot of rehearsal, making sure that the girls, the models, know exactly what they're doing and how they're going to do it. One of the most important things when putting a show together is that your models know exactly what they have to do. There's nothing worse than everybody getting up on stage and things going wrong. So I'm very much a plan kind of guy. And so when I'm doing my show and my rehearsals, it's all about making sure the models know everything. So I'm going to film a little bit of the rehearsals so you can see it. Okay, I need you now to meet my gorgeous makeup artist. Here she is. There we go.
Hi.
This is
hello.
Renata. Renata, how long have we been working together? For a long time
Oh my
now.
God, so many years. Yeah.
Yep,
A
so
long
many, so many.
time.
Honestly, one of the most talented
And I
makeup
hope
artists
at
in
least
Germany.
the same once again, the same the whole time. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, she's amazing. So Renata likes to look at the model. She comes in a day before we start makeup tomorrow. We find out from Renata what time she needs the models, because what we do is we find out, first of all, how long she needs to complete 8 faces. This is really important because what we don't want to do is put Renata under stress. And
They
so
never did.
we never try to do. So it's really, really important that when you're working, putting a show together, you factor in all the different things that are required. Now it's time to take the show to the main stage. So they've all been rehearsed on the rehearsal stages, and now we have the main stage rehearsal. Now my rehearsal time is 50 minutes. 50 minutes to get the show completely ready. The girls now know exactly what they have to do, so I leave them and I leave my team, and I now go and speak to the stage manager. I speak to the lighting man, I speak to the sound man, I speak to the video man. So all of them are spoken to so that they know what's got to happen. Once we get the technical team on side, then the show is ready. And it's really important, honestly, to get the technical right, because this is what will mess your show up. If the wrong track of music goes on, if the lighting cues aren't right, if visually it doesn't look as exciting as you want it to look. And all of that has to happen now. So there's a lot of pressure and a really short space of time to get that right. And that's why it's important to get the show rehearsed. So now you can see the girls know exactly what they've got to do, and I can really spend that time getting the technical side correct. I think I've got it right, And so now it's time to go and do a meet and greet at the Wella stand. So here I am, I'm on the Wella studio, Wella space here, their studio space here at the exhibition, and I've been doing loads and loads and loads and loads of selfies and photographs just as a really nice PR, and it's lovely to meet all of the hairdressers again. Ich mach gleich das Foto klar. So guys, what I've done is I prep all of the models first. So I figure out what I'm going to do on stage, and then what I do is I prepare the models with their hair all ready to go for the hairstyle that I'm going to do on stage. Now, I've got 45 minutes on stage, so I've got 6 heads of hair to do in 45 minutes. So what I do is some hairstyles that are very easy, I prep quite a lot. I sort of prep a little bit, and then the hairstyles that are more complicated, I prep a lot more so that I can do them on stage nice and quickly, but still explain what I want to do, because that's really important. I don't want anybody in the audience to miss out on how to do the hairstyle. It's just that they don't need to sit there and watch me do the hairstyle for a half an hour or so. So I just give them quick versions of how to do it. So yeah, so I'm busy prepping at the moment. So here we are almost showtime. The video is playing, that's my introduction video, you can see up on the big screens. People are arriving. Now when you're at an exhibition and you're doing these things, people keep on arriving all the way through. So it's not just like a seated event, people are continually arriving until eventually all around the front, the floor space where this is being filmed from is where the technical box is. So all in front of the technical area, in front of that little cube stage, you can see that will be full of people. So people are continually coming on. I'm backstage, I can hear the video playing, I can see the images coming up, and I know in a matter of seconds my name's going to be announced, and I'm going to come out on stage and start working and hopefully creating that Patrick Cameron magic that people have become used to seeing. I am so excited backstage, and I can't wait to get out there and perform, especially after 2.5 years of not doing this. Going to present 6 looks on stage, so I do each look step by step. Each look is partly done, so ponytails are in place, things are in place that I need to make sure to make the transition from not having the hair done to having the hair done as quick as possible. So I'm going to do 5 of these looks, and then once I've done my 5, I have my special model. Now my special model is all about the magic of dressing long hair. So I'm going to show you a little bit of my special model and how that transitions into my finale. So now it's the finale. This is where everything comes together and you can really start to feel the show. All the models are coming out in their beautiful couture and they now take to the runway. So here is my finale. Enjoy. At the end of the show, getting a standing ovation truly is something incredibly special, especially after 2 years of being away from doing this. So really, it was incredible. If you want to learn how to do these beautiful hairstyles from the House of Luxury, please go to my Access All Area Members Club. Remember, just go to Patrick Cameron Hair. I'm easy to find, and you'll find all of these beautiful hairstyles from the House of Luxury. They're available to you. I thought you might enjoy this. Here's a hairstyle. You know what? Whenever I'm creating these hairstyles, this is just a very sped up version of it, but it's putting a foundation in, it's knowing where you want to go, and it's making sure that you can create what you want to create. So here, I'm getting rid of all of her hair. She's got long hair, but I want to create the illusion that she has shorter hair, like a big sort of luxury, House of Luxury bouffant. So here I go. I twist all of the base like this, leaving just the tails out. And from the tails, I start to backcomb to create this beautiful shape. When you're creating something like this, it's quite hard because you've really got to stay focused on what you're doing to make sure that the shape builds itself up step by step, layer by layer. Look at this as I'm going. It's so much fun. I love creating these very big bouffants. And the House of Luxury is about bouffants and braids, and this one really is fun. Look at that. She absolutely loved it because her hair's so long, and now she's got this amazing set. Here's Marco Irby, my art director, of course, helping me with the hair. He's invaluable, incredible guy. And here's my team. I've got Stacey, Marco, Susan, and Renata. Thanks, guys, for being part of this really memorable event. And here's Sue, my business partner, my friend, my sister. I love you to the moon and back.